Thanks for stopping by for my first YouTube premiere. Happy Valentine's Day. The first item is the smallest one. This is my 4.5-inch patchwork coaster, which I did concentric quilting, which I've fallen in love with. So here you go. This is the front. Check it out, check it out, check it out. It's cute, isn't it? And then check it out on the back. See how beautiful that is? It's the concentric quilting. You just, it's just easy to make. Okay? You just decide where you want your point to be, your stopping point, and then just stop with your needle down and rotate, and you make the squares. Yeah, here you are. A patchwork coaster. What do you think about item number 1? Isn't it cute? And then I put 3 layers of batting in here to give it some texture. And I did come up a little short on my binding. I should have used went ahead and cut a 3-inch strip for my binding, but I used a 2.5 strip. So next time I make sure I cut that 3.5 strip, and don't be 3-inch strip and don't be so lazy. But otherwise, it's cute. Yeah, look at the texture. I love rubbing my hands, once I make my quilted items. So that's item number 1, a patchwork 4.5-inch patchwork coaster. There's the front, and there's the back. Okay. And my next item is my little mug rug. So this mug rug, my goal was to have, this is my first mug rug. I'm very proud of myself, and check out the quilting. I used red thread to quilt the red triangles and white thread to quilt the white triangles. I cut 3.5-inch squares for the big triangle and 2.25-inch squares for the small triangles. And that came up. Then I came up with the pinwheels. So here you are. My goal was to have a mug rug that was 5 inches long and 10 inches across. So this is like a 5-inch square, and then this is a 5-inch square, and then I have the bind. Okay, so I love this little mug rug. I do feel like it's kind of small, so I decided to make some bigger mug rugs. So I ended up with a total of 3 mug rugs. So this is the first one, and this is the back, of course, which doesn't to me look so good. So I'll try a different size needle next time. Other than that, the front is cute. So I'll just love on the front and don't worry about the back. But yeah, all in all, it's cute. I'm proud of myself. So this is my mug rug, my very first mug rug. Okay, what do you think? Let's zoom in. Isn't it cute? Cute, cute, cute. Looks much better on the front than it does the back. I will say that. Then I used my continuous binding. Is it called continuous binding? You know what I'm talking about. Continuous binding. So that came out pretty good. And that, although I've been quilting for 20 years, that was one of my hesitations of coming on YouTube, is that I had learned about continuous binding. I took a class, but I really wasn't confident enough to try it. So I watched lots of videos after taking the class, and I came to YouTube. So I watched lots of videos, and now I can do the continuous binding. So far it's been going pretty good. I've seen some have you to pivot off the side, some have you to do the back stitch. So I like to do the back stitch, like a 1/4 inch from the end, do the back stitch, and then how you fold your strips over and all that. And I also have started to do a hand stitch part for where you do the join. So I like that, because when I try to do it in the machine, it gets all bunched up and I don't like the way it goes. So I start off hand stitching, so there was no problem for me to just do the hand stitching to do the join, and that's what I do. So yeah, and there's the join. So it looks pretty good. And so this is my mug rug, my very first mug rug. What do you think? Okay, I'll be in the chat box for the premiere. Okay, so that's item number 2. So item number 3 is the next mug rug. My goal for this was to have a mug rug that was 8 inches tall and 12 inches across. So the big square, the big pinwheel is like an 8-inch square, and then this is 4 inches, this is 4 inches. So it's 8-inch long and 12 inches across. So yeah, this is the front, and I just did basic in stitching the ditch quilting. So then you can see the little lines for the stitching in the ditch, and you see the continuous binding. And I try to get my binding where they face each other. Like you can see these two on the top face each other, and then these two on the bottom, they kind of face each other. So that's how I try to kind of do my binding for my continuous binding. I had to try to face it each other for the miter, you know. So yeah, so there's the front again. And that's the back. And again, by the time I got here, I was kind of tired. So I just did stitching and ditch quilting. And so that dedicates this to everyone that likes the red, white, and black color scheme. You know, that's the men. That's the big pinwheel, and that's the 2 little pinwheels. And the pinwheel is like my favorite, one of my favorite quilt designs. And then the other one is trip around the world. Okay, so this is my 3rd mug rug. This one is, I cut 3.5-inch squares. It's basically just 9 inches going long and 12 inches going across, right? And this is my first attempt at the concentric quilting, like the squares. You can do squares or circles. So I fallen in love with doing the squares. So here you go. And it's not hard at all. I quilted this one with a 1/4-inch foot. So you start with your needle down at the 1/4-inch line away from the needle, and then pivot to make the square. And then you just keep going until you just move in. So I started, my goal is to start a 1/4-inch from the side, a 1/4-inch from the top. Then I just go down. So then I stop. Then I pivot. Okay, and then you just keep on as you make your circle. So you just move in, move in, move in, move in. And as I get in here, I use a smaller stitch because you're kind of closing it out. And then, of course, I bury the threads on the back. And then this is the back. And then if you see the texture. So let's look on the other side for the texture. Yeah, so that's my concentric quilting. A concentric square, like quilting, but for a square. Okay, my next one is my beautiful Potholder trip around the world. I cut 1.5 inch. I cut 2-inch squares. My goal was to have, so it's 6 squares going across, 6 squares going down. So it's like a 9-inch, a 9-inch square potholder. And I did, it's heavily quilted, and all I did was just to make the first line with, I used the painter's tape to mark the first line with the, so I just run that edge of that painter's tape against the edge of the walking foot, and at each individual line you run against the edge of the walking foot. So you go this way, then you turn around, and then you go that way, and then that's how you end up with it quilted. Again, this is my Patchwork Placemat. And I got tons of reviews on this. And then you can see the texture and all of that. So yeah, this, and then this is the back. So you see the hearts, this is how they are supposed to go. So this, I don't know how I messed this placemat up, but the hearts are sideways. And it's not supposed to be sideways. So this is how, and then that's the texture. Okay. So this is my Patchwork Placemat. 9-inch, nope, this is not a placemat, this is a potholder. This is my 9-inch potholder. That's it. And that's it. Okay. The potholder. And now, so this is the trip around the world, because you see red, white, black, red, white, black, red, white, black, red, white. So that is the trip around the world design, trip around the world pattern. Okay, so and then the next one, a star of the show, my placemat. Yep, here it is, the placemat. Yep. So this is the star of the show. Yeah. So you can see it's kind of trip around the world. I just cut half square triangles, 3 inch, 3.5. Now I would have cut 4-inch squares because the finished size is 3 inches. So for half finished square triangles, you add 1 inch onto the finished size. So my goal was to have a finished size of a 3-inch square. So then I cut 4 inches. And then you can see that the hearts are sideways. And that was totally, so that's how you know that when you work with prints, you have to take into consideration how you want them to look when you go to cut their square for their half square triangle. So we learned our lesson, right? So yeah, this is my trip around the world half square triangle placemat. And then check out the back. It's really cute. So you can see how I did the quilt. So this is the best quilting on the back look that I think I ever seen in anything I've made. So this is really cute. And then you can see. Okay. And then we'll go down some more. And you can see the pattern. Okay. Yeah. So this is my placemat. Everybody seems to love it, including me. So yeah. So hold on. Okay, there we go. So can you see that I'm supposed to zoom in? So let me zoom in. Check it out, check it out, check it out. Oh yeah. Be proud of this one. Just check how I did just ran the edge along the like I call perimeter quilting. So I just that's how I did it with the walking foot. So yeah, this is cute. And then you see how the trip around the world pattern. Yeah, let's zoom in. The trip around the world pattern. You see how I did those half square triangles. I just use graph paper to draw out my quilts. To design it out or whatever. I don't too much by these people's patterns. You know how they have these copyrights. So, we want to avoid that. So, yeah. Thank you all for stopping by. Please like, share, subscribe to my channel. I will be in the chat box for the premiere. Just running a little late. I did some blue finishing touches. So, yeah. As soon as I get the upload, I will start the premiere. Sorry for being late. Thanks for hanging in here with me to the end. Please like, share, subscribe to my channel. I'm still trying to get my subscribers up. Please comment. Please share my videos. Please watch my other videos if you like them. And make sure you comment. Like, if it's something cute, say it's cute. If it's ugly, say, girl, that's ugly. I won't be offended. I take criticism. What they call it? Constructive criticism very well. Thanks for watching. Check you later.